So I want to share with everyone my favorite question to ask people these days. It's a really simple question and I get really amazing answers from people. If money didn't matter 5 years from now, you have enough. So you have enough money, whatever the right number it is. You know, for most of the world, that's maybe $1,000, maybe $2,000. You know, you've got your rent paid for, you've got your food paid for, you've got internet, you got a little bit of money for entertainment. You have enough. It's 5 years from now. You've traveled, you've experimented, you've learned new skills. What do you do? What do you do with your time? Because the goal in life is not to do nothing, right? We don't want to just sit on our hands. But if money didn't matter, if you had enough, what would you do with your time? Would you create? Would you build? Would you cook? Would you serve? Would you heal? Would you learn? Would you share? What is your calling? So when we ask people that question, I get amazing answers, and I think we get much closer to what people's passions, what their calling is, what their ikigai, I think that's how you pronounce it, your real reason for being. And I think we've lost that. We have been told from early childhood what is your career and what job you're going to get. Let's start trying to change this conversation. We are moving into, in the future, sometime soon, I hope, a post-scarcity world. Let's start planning for that. Because for most people, when I narrow it down and I ask people what they want to do, if money didn't matter, I can figure out with them how they could create enough money for themselves and their family doing what they want to do in the future. Not sometime in the future, but now. How do they start if they want to cook and that's like their favorite thing to do? Well, why don't they study under all the aunties in their neighborhood? You know, go house to house and learn the best meals from all around in the community, and then start cooking in the community. Well, there you go. That's your chef training. And then you start at a small canteen, or you start by catering to people's houses, and then you grow and you get a space where you can have a restaurant. But we can go through this experiment for anyone on the planet and say, okay, if money didn't matter, what would you do with your time? And now work backwards. How do you fund that lifestyle that you want? How do you get just enough money that you have enough, that you have abundance and can focus on your true purpose and you can really make an impact on the world? So I just want to ask that question to all of you who joined for these other videos. If money didn't matter, what would you do with your time? I know what I'd do. It's exactly what I'm doing right now, which is sharing to you my ideas about how we can make the world a better place for everyone. Especially the people at the base of the socioeconomic pyramid, and about how we could start small in the Caribbean, in the affected islands, in the 2 small nations that were so badly hit. So I hope I gave you some things to think about. Thank you.